Hey friends, welcome back to Blossom and Bee. Today's reading is going to be for those of you currently in a relationship and you're wondering what's going on inside the mind of your significant other. So, as we're all part of the collective consciousness, these messages that we received today may resonate with many of you because at any one given point in time, many of us may be experiencing similar circumstances. So if you have been drawn to watching this video, then that's a very good sign that these messages were meant for you. For today's reading, we're going to be working with the Mystical Moments Tarot deck, which I absolutely love. I'm obsessed with the artwork on this deck. I love all the decks I'm working with currently, but today we're going to consult with the Mystical Moments, and I'm just clearing the energy and inviting in messages that are for our greater good. All right, so we've got the first two cards in our 5-card spread, and the first one is going to represent your person's current position, their current state of mind, or what is happening for them at the present moment. Let's take a look. So we've got the Ace of Swords coming in with some new thinking, a new point of view, a fresh perspective. So what this is telling me is that right now, in the mind of your special someone, there are new thoughts. Something has come to them, even maybe more than one something new that they're considering. And I'm absolutely not getting the impression that this is a new person they're thinking about. This is like a new, I want to say idea, but it's not an idea. It's like a notion. It's like they've suddenly started to consider something that they may never have thought about before when it comes to this relationship with you. And I'm also getting the impression that whatever these thoughts are, it's making them look at you and the relationship in a new light. And I'm not so sure that they're actually communicating any of this with you at this moment. But I feel like you may have been picking up on this and you're like, what's happening here? Yeah. So we've got hopes and desires going on in the 6 of Cups. So we're in our hearts and our emotions. That's a really good thing. And there's some nostalgia happening here for this person. So their mind may be revisiting a time long ago, a simpler time for them. And perhaps in that nostalgia, there was this like idyllic kind of family theme that either they had. So I'm thinking this could go one of two ways. Either their past history was such that they had seen this type of relationship, this traditional family happily ever after thing, and now they are really thinking that this might be something they want, or they never had it. And up until now, they just had never considered that they really wanted to have that little like happy family or that relationship that would bloom into being more than just the two of you. Either way, this is what is on their mind at the moment. Oh yes, that's exactly what I'm seeing. So now we're gonna see if we can find out what'll help. What's gonna work for this relationship, and conversely, what may hurt it. We're gonna see what we can find out here. Pull another 2 cards. So what's going to work in favor of this relationship? And we've got the Ace of Cups. That is such a great validation that at the foundation here, this foundation of this relationship is centered on the heart, on love, on emotion, and wanting to share it and let it grow and let it reach its full potential. But what I'm sensing from you is that you haven't necessarily been so sure that this feeling of love is what's being reflected right now in the relationship. So you've been curious about this because, again, I'm sensing that your person isn't necessarily like out there talking with you about what's going on inside of themselves. And you're sensing that something has changed and you're not sure like what it is. And you may even see your partner like lost in thought and you're like, hey, I'm here, talk to me, what's going on? So where does our challenge lie, guys? Where does it lie? And we're with the 9 of Swords, so We're back in our heads here, guys. And right away, I'm getting a heart and mind clash going on here. And this is happening because I feel like this person is prone to self-doubt, to rumination, to overthinking. And this is all their own doing. Like, nobody is influencing them. So this person is probably right now wondering whether this ideal that they have been starting to think about is actually going to be the right move for them. And I feel like this darkness here is self-doubt. The main thing for them is that they are not sure that they have what it takes to be in this kind of a relationship, even though they very much want to be. So it's causing like this disconnect from within for them. But right now we've got like a heart-mind duel happening. So let's go ahead and see what the outcome may be for you guys with all of this happening. We've got an even split here. And I'm not getting the impression that's because they don't really want this relationship. They do, because that new thought is present for them. But they've definitely got some inner stuff that they're working out going on in their head. So let's take a look at a potential outcome here, guys. All right, we've got the King of Cups. Well, I couldn't have asked for a better outcome card here for this reading, because this is really showing me that the heart overall is going to be the commander of this ship. So ultimately, the power, I believe, is going to reside within the heart of this individual. So I am getting that it may take a little bit of time for things to kind of like get straightened out within themselves, but ultimately they're going to give you and get whatever that is that they want out of this relationship. And the heart's in the lead here, guys. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. But it's really going to mean for them that they stay rooted in their emotional plane and they don't go off course with getting like trapped inside of their own brain. But again, I do feel as though this is a strong union, that it has great potential, and it has the propensity for smooth sailing. I really want to say that. So when I take an overview of what's going on right now for you guys, I do see that this person is someone who is prone to a lot of thinking, perhaps overthinking, and definitely doing so in a more quiet manner. Like, they're not out there telling you like, hey, you know what I'm thinking right now, you know what's going on in my brain. No, this is something that they tend to keep to themselves. So they're a bit sort of protective around the thoughts that happen for them. They sort of keep it close to the chest. But they have really, really started to get in touch with their emotions. If they hadn't been previously, I feel like they are. I feel like they do have a sentimental core, but if they haven't been someone that's previously been in touch with it, it's really starting to come out now. And I think that it's been you that has brought it out for them. And perhaps it's a bit uncomfortable because it's relatively new for them to be that close to this kind of new way of thinking and this, I want to say, like, more romantic point of view here with all this cup action going on, you know. Suddenly they're seeing like all the potential with you, where this relationship really can go. And again, it hasn't been something that they've been reflecting in their actions or thoughts or their communication. But it's gone on for them, and they're suddenly like really wanting to bridge the divide between all of this mental action that has sort of been standing in their way and put it to rest, because like this is their desire. They've come to see that there are really good things that could potentially lay ahead for them with you in this relationship. So it's going to be, for them, it's going to be about getting that control, you know, being that king, mastering their fate, and taking this exactly where they feel it should be going, in the direction that they feel is best for them and for you as well. But I do want to say that all of this noise that's going on inside of their mind right now is a distraction for them. And if you are feeling that distraction, it's real. So if this is a new relationship for you, then what I'm seeing is that it may take a bit of time to go from the raw beginning to that comfy, cozy place. And that is because this person is intelligent, but they also have some back and forth between heart and mind issues to deal with. And it's going to take a bit, but I think they'll get there ultimately in the end. And if this is someone that you've been with for a while, just know that they're working it out. You know, this is something that they are dealing with, and that their love is strong, the emotion is strong, and that is going to drive and propel this relationship forward. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this free reading, and I hope that it helped you to gain some clarity into your own relationship. If any of today's messages resonated for you, please feel free to comment and let me know. I really enjoy connecting with you guys and hearing your feedback about this advice and guidance from the universe. Thanks again for being here. Please subscribe and stay tuned for more.